welcome everyone to Dr. D Show. I am Dr. Deepika Krishna and I'm super excited today. Excited about all the amazing conversations that we are going to have with our very special guest, Dr. Miki Mehta. Dr. Miki Mehta is a global leading holistic health guru and a corporate life coach. He has been a life coach to billionaires, top Bollywood superstars, supermodel, politics, and also the member of Maharashtra Police. He is among 100 most impactful wellness leaders of the world, announced as Global Wellness Conclave in 1918. Dr. Miki Mehta is also the leading social media influencer and authority in the health and wellness space. Miki has been the first expert voice bringing fitness and wellness philosophies to the masses on radio, television, in print media, and via various shows all across India and around the world. His length and breadth of accomplishments is shaping the fitness and wellness industry in India and can be rivaled by none. So, without any delay, let me invite Dr. Miki Mehta. Hello, Dr. Miki Mehta. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Very well, very well. I am so glad to have you here because we have watching your work continuously, and it's an honor to do this webinar today with you.
Thank you so much, Dr. D.
I'll quickly like to welcome my dear listeners as well for joining this amazing session. And as you know, life is really fast these days. Everyone has busy schedules, absolutely no time to spare. Sitting and relaxing even 2 minutes feels like a treat, especially on the weekdays for most of us. And when the pandemic is over and things are open up, people are just struggling every day, running around, and you see the roads. I mean, the roads are jam packed. Everyone is back to their work. So this leads to a lot of sleep irregularity, meal timing, and skipping the meals. It creates a lot of disturbance, particularly internally. In such scenarios, self-care has been taken a backseat. This further increases the incidence of various chronic disorders. So, viewers, today will be discussing the role of self-care in holistic health with Dr. Miki Mehta. So, Dr. Miki, I'll again quickly tell that, as soon as we publish our post out, we have been getting a lot of questions. A lot of people wants to talk to you. So, few of the questions which felt relevant and, can answer for the masses, we have picked those questions. The first one is that what practices of self-care have you implemented on your health? What motivates you, because you are always happy and full of energy? I really want to know, because you know that you have this energy, this aura, and how do you do that? And trust me, this question, I think around 220 people have requested for this question, that what is your secret?
Let me tell you one thing, that fresh mind is a fresh body and vice versa. A fresh body and a fresh mind too. Your body and mind need to recreate themselves. So recreation is very important. So joy, laughter, happiness, activity which gives rise to fulfillment, joy. As much work is important and as much rest is also important.
Yeah.
So I'll come to recreation a little later, but you were saying that people cannot sleep well. So what typically happens is, when
Correct.
breathing starts, once again, energy starts. And when breathing slows down in the evening, the energy ebbs. And when the sun sets, the energy ebbs also.
Yeah.
So if we are in tune with nature, then obviously our wake and sleep cycles will be just perfect. In modern life, in urban life, we don't sleep early. Because we don't sleep early and because we experience a lot of light, The process of light is metabolized by the body, and because of which we don't get sound and deep sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, because the body system is confused, it's in a state of flux. And our hormones are absolutely in the state of complex, not knowing what's happening, whether it's day or night, because we have glaring lights till 11, 12, 1. And then we look at huge screens till 12, 1. And those lights also keep you awake. So life is actually a disorder. All we need to do is bring back order. To bring back order, you need to sleep early, you need to wake up early. You need exercise and you need to do yoga every day. You need to breathe regulated pranayam every day. You need to recreate also every day at the end of the day. But for some people who are great leaders, they can recreate throughout the day. Laughter, joy, cracking jokes, lightheartedness should be a part of your working day, working program, working schedule. And then you will flow through the day as a surfer surfs on turbulent waves. So life is an ocean. Ocean is never still and steady. So food should be very nourishing. And nourishing food, when I say lots of fruits, lots of salads, lots of dry fruits, lots of seeds, lots of herbs. So vegetables cleanse you, fruits heal you, nuts, dry fruits and seeds fortify you, and herbs regulate you.
Yeah.
So if you do all these things properly, then your health will be fine. You will shine from inside and shine out.
Actually, and I love the way you have spoken about hriday and rhythm, and also the way you have connected our life cycle with a surfer, and how it can be calming and how it can be aggressive as well. Dr. Mickey, the interesting fact as well that it has been researched and it has been said that sleeping before 10 p.m. is absolutely so important, because there is a hormone called melatonin, which is a recovery hormone, which provides you deep sleep. That is released only and only between 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. So guys, if you are not getting that sleep enough at that time, it's really damaging your body, because there are a lot of ladies joining here and listening to the show. So girls, it is an anti-aging as well, sleeping between 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. It's I'm sure, Dr. Mickey, you agree with that.
Also, the movement of the earth, the axis of the earth moves in a way. 10 o'clock onwards, there is depletion of energy.
Yeah. So only 4 hours of melatonin, we need that. Hey, Mickey, I'll, just give a quick shout out, because today's show is also supported by Ladies Circle India, which is a very big organization, a charity organization, and they work to build schools and provide education to the less privileged kids, and, to empower women. So, and it's all across India, and we all are doing great work. So again, thank you from their behalf to you for joining this. Moving on, Dr. Mickey, 7 chakras. We all are talking about Ayurveda and healing, and how to balance the chakras. 7 chakras are the collection of energy, thoughts, feeling, and physical body. It is said that our chakras in the spine are stimulated with regular yoga practice. Can you elaborate how this happens, and what impact does it have on our health?
So yoga typically is not the circus that you see from outside.
I'm so glad you spoke about that.
Yoga is the dynamism of within. It's the dynamism of stillness. So what happens in yoga, as you stretch, as you contract, whether you're sitting in the Gomukhasana, or whether you're in a Chakrasana, or a Dhanurasana, or a Pavan Muktasana, or a Balasana, one side of your body is getting stretched and the opposite side is getting contracted. Now, when the stretch and contraction complement each other, yoga happens. When the stretch and contraction get harmonized, which means neither the stretch is more nor the contraction. when they are completely equally harmonized, yoga happens. And in such conditions, when the body is opening up, then the current of life and the force of life increases within you, because when the body opens up, there is flow. When the body opens up, there is flow, and wherever there is a flow, there is a rhythm of the flow. Whether it's a river, whether it's an ocean, whether it's a tap, there is a rhythm, a preset, predetermined rhythm to everything. So when you access that rhythm, your unit rhythm gets synchronized with the universal rhythm. In yoga, there is energy evolution, energy enhancement, and the refinement of the energy, the refinement of the body, the stillness of the mind allows your body and mind to access higher levels of awareness.
Yeah.
So your body goes through the 7 chakras. The movement of energy is always upwards. And this upward movement of energy lights up various chakras and activates them to their fullest potential over I don't know how many years. But it happens. Start your practice today. Now when these chakras get completely awakened, bit by bit, higher functions of higher consciousness are available to you. Like our Rishi Munis could see, perceive, conceive, creativity. They were very creative. They could understand the movement of the planets and the stars. They knew that the earth is going around and moving around and goal. So they call it Bhugol, even before the advent of science. They understood because their chakras were awakened. They knew the distance between the earth and the moon. They knew the diameter, the circumference of the earth. They knew it all. So yoga allows you to settle. Yoga allows you to flow. Yoga allows you to be in rhythm and get synchronized. Life in disorder is disease. Life of disease is decay. And life of decay is death. So make healthy, healing choices. Bring your life back from disorder to order, dis-ease to de-ease, discomfort to comfort, and flow.
I'm sure my viewers are must be thinking that we should have more sessions like this, to understand more depth, and to do conversation on these such topics. Your words, the lines you are saying are very, very meaningful and deep. But in fact, you spoke about how breathing and yoga is so helpful at the beginning when you spoke. So I like to enhance information here again that breathing and being at the state of calmness enhances your the vagus nerve, which runs across all around the body. That's the largest nerve in our body, so that takes control of most of the things which is happening in our body, so that calms down. So the entire purpose of doing a breath exercise or calming down your mind, keeping away the thoughts and creating that vacuum, is a sense of, apart from the alpha beta gamma waves which takes it into a flow state, apart from that, it also works very good on the vagus nerve. So yeah, I mean, there are so much of scientific research. And so Dr. Miki, I have been treating gynecological cancer since a lot of years now, and my patients do get benefit out of it. But one thing which I've always seen, that while working with the patients, they have different stages. They have some very, very advanced stages, and a lot of pain, a lot of trauma also goes on that. So do you think yoga and asanas are helpful for patient cancer?
Everything that a human consumes gets converted into creative or destructive energy, either of them. So if you consume trash, it will be disturbing energy, destructive energy. Wheatgrass. Very, very, very good for healing any state of disrupted cellular autoimmune disorders. May it be cancer, may it be anything else. Dates. So I'm first talking about nutrition. Dates. A date with a date is a perfect date. Then if you have you heard about muskmelons and pomegranates, sweet potato? So nourishing yourself with most of the vegetables, most of the fruits creates a new memory pattern of cellular regeneration. So it disrupts. Why does cancer happen? Because the energy flow is disrupted, rhythm and balance is disrupted. So cancer is a non-uniform or I would say ungoverned growth of cells. So take a lot of sunshine, take a lot of moonlight, take a lot of fresh air. So I would say have breath for breakfast, soak yourself in the sun, have air bath. Okay, look at the deep greens, deep blue in the sky, listen to the chirping of the birds. And while doing that, your cleansing of your character and personality happens because every disease is seeded in the subconscious and the manifestation is in the body.
Yeah.
So Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mad, Maya, Matsara is where the dis-ease and the disorder is. When your body becomes pure, faith will grow, conviction will grow, a sense of optimism will grow. Then of course yoga. Very important. All the postures of yoga, they strengthen you from inside. They purify you from inside. They align you with your evolutionary pattern. They correct your cellular degeneration. Health
Yeah.
never comes with medicines. Health is healing. Medicines never heals. Nature heals. Medicines cure. Nature heals. So this exactly what health is, putting life back in order. So food, cosmic nutrition, yoga. So yoga is activity. Then there is mourn, silence, meditate, cooling, relaxing, restoring, repairing, healing. So many words you can use, integrating. When that happens, you allow your body to come out of the disrupted pattern of unnecessary growth, of inappropriate cellular behavior. So when I deal with terminally ill cancer patients, I look into the personality, I look into the character, I look into the dincharya. I create a family support system. I create a lot of joy, happiness, singing. So pranayam with songs. Then of course family workouts, family outings, spending time in nature.
Yeah.
And then I start with Ayurveda medicines or homeopathy medicines. And then you can do all these therapies and set them on the path of extra regeneration. Accelerate that process of healing, you know.
Yes. So, in fact, Dr. Miki, my husband, Dr. Taran Krishna, he's an oncologist, and he always says one thing, that a constant irritation causes cancer, like any of your body part, whether it is mental or physical. So, actually, I totally agree with you that, calming down your mind, taking care of your gut, with the food you have mentioned, and there are a lot of other foods we do take care of our cancer patients. Our utmost important is to take care of their gut health, because everything happens in gut. A sense of calmness with yoga and breathing and connecting with nature, which is the utmost important thing. Getting sunshine, enough sunshine, getting vitamin D. These are something which nature has provided us in abundant. It's just that we should be going out and using it to the max. And yes, an emotional support is a very, very strong factor if somebody is going through a tough time.
So you
So
know, sorry,
yeah.
coming to irritation and irritation causing inflammation. So cancer is nothing but any disruption in the body is caused by inflammation, and inflammation
Yeah.
is caused by disturbance.
Yes.
And this disturbance also could be lack of sleep. As simple as no sleep can also lead you on the path of cancer, because if your genes are having a program, so it is said that the genes hold the gun and the environment pulls the trigger.
Yep.
If your genes
Absolutely.
are, yeah, so that could. Today, the world is chasing health in boxes. Health cannot be available and made available in boxes, in stores. And then we go to the dietitian to detox. We first go and buy health in the box, we go to the dietitian and get detox.
I know.
It's a stupid, vicious cycle of life.
Yeah, I know. In fact, the funny thing, we say diet, and what are we doing? We are dieting. diet, we always forget that the food which we are eating is our diet. Like elephant does never say that I'm on diet and I'm going to eat bamboo, right? Because it's diet. So whatever we are eating, it should be non-processed, in a healthy natural format. That is our diet. We are doing various stuff, and find the kale and the broccoli and mixing up with things. Going back to the basics, eating the basic food is what we all need. And I think the pandemic has taught us a lot about immunity and all the other sort of thing. So, Dr. Miki, I'm
I would say
also
we
a very
should kick.
you were working with COVID patients as well. Like you came up with a very fascinating breathing technique, which literally helped a lot of people, to recover faster from their, the COVID days. Would you like to speak something on that?
So as I said, that breath is primary, breath is fundamental. It is on breath that every cell survives, flourishes. It is with the same breath that your heart functions and lung functions. And it is the same breath that allows digestion, assimilation, absorption, and elimination. So breath is primary. As many times in a day you figure out that things are going wrong and things are not right, just stop, start taking deep breaths. Just go close to trees, grass, gardens, mud, roll in the grass, smell mud, hug trees. Just appreciate the flights of the bird or birds. And the same energy will be accessed by you. Because the moment you connect with your eyes, you are drawing energy from there.
Absolutely.
Like facing the sun or looking into the sky or lying down on the ground and looking up at the open starlit sky in the night. I mean, it's difficult to do these things, but if you do it, you can really access the beauty and the beauty of nature in life.
Yeah, although there are a lot of questions which have been asked by viewers, I'll take them one by one. Speaking about mental health disorder, which has been hugely a topic again after immunity last year and this year also, is because people have been living in unprecedented time. We don't know what will happen next, and also a lot of people are alone. Students are dealing with a lot of other pressures. So what do you tell to the people if someone is dealing any kind of mental?
Okay, so first and foremost, the way the life is anytime, in any era, it is perfect. Also, this is a perfect book for all mental imbalances, illnesses. So the Shunyam Quotient is a perfect book to neutralize all your mental stored despair, resentments, grudges, hatred, everything. And you can literally transform your mental, emotional, and psychological state of being and have a spiritual upsurge. Book, yeah, this is my second book of for losing weight and gaining shape.
Yeah.
I think I would like to wrap this session up now. And if you wish to, we can have one more round of session.
Could be doing that. In fact, because you spoke about your book, The Shunyam Quotient, I like to say that, it's in my Audible, and I love
Audible of it.
that. So so guys, if you want to read it, buy the book, go to the store. And if you're not a reader kind of person, then the book is also in Audible. So just go
Thank
and
you so
buy.
much. So lastly, I would say let wellness be the religion number one, because wellness purifies, integrates, cleanses you, aligns you, composes you, harmonizes you. Get Mickey Mouse. Thank you so much.
Yes, I love that. Get Mickey Mouse. So yep. Thank you so much for ending this
We will
session.
connect again.
There are a lot of questions coming, but guys, we'll note down all your questions, and we'll do another session.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mickey. Bye bye. Mickey, bye bye. Take care.